Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I am going to actually compare a Titan and an SMB tank. I actually got a new tank, swapped out. So let's get right into it. So this is the images of my Titan tank, right? So hey, just real quick, bottom line up front, I did swap out, right? Just want to make that very clear. I swapped out my Titan for the SMB, and there's many reasons for that. But so you can see the Titan tank, right? When it is filled, 52 gallons, look how much it hangs down in the front. I mean, it's a complete eyesore. As you go across the silhouette of the truck, I mean, it looks like, like a fat man with a pot-belly stomach, right? That's what that looks like. It's like this little pot-belly stomach just popping out there. Not only that, the fuel filter was actually touching the tank when it was installed, and they had to drill out the two mountain holes behind here. They had to drill out the holes that it was connected to, and so they could shift this over about a quarter inch. That's not what you see right there. That's what gave us about a quarter, half inch. That's what gave us the space, because it was touching the tank, right? So this is the Titan. So remember, this is before. This is the Titan tank. I want to take everyone down memory lane. All right. So today went down. Got a new SMB tank. This is the new redesign tank, right? You can see there's no more sump with the, you can, attach like a fast lift pump or, extra fuel line or whatever, like that's gone, right? The back of this tank it's like ribbed, right? And it no longer wraps around the axle, which I like. So it's basically a straight down design on the other side. But when comparing the SMB with the Titan, I mean, just look at it. You can even, when you look at the Titan, you can see how it bows, right? Comes across straight and then it begins to bow downwards because the front of the Titan is massive. A huge chunk of fuel, a huge bulk of the fuel is in the front, and that's a lot of weight, right? That's where Titan puts most of their, like, there's a lot of weight up here. That's why you saw this bulge, right? Absolutely just horrendous. SMB doesn't do that. SMB follows an OEM design where the back and middle of the tank is the largest, and then as you move your way forward, it gets smaller. And that's the way SMB does it. They designed it just like the OEM tank, as it should have been done. Like Titan, you should do the same thing, but whatever. So the SMB follows that design, right? Bigger in the back, in the middle, and then gets smaller as you work your way forward. That also prevents the front from sagging because there's a lot of weight, right? So here's some more images of the front. Look at that Titan. Look how massive that is. Look at the SMB. Smaller, right? So got the SMB installed. This is empty. So the tank is empty. So it looks flush, right? And it is flush. I'm going to show you some after photos of when I filled it up. So you see how nice and flush that is. And I love how the SMB, it curves upward, right? It curves up. Let me see if I can get a picture. Yeah. The front of the tank curves up. So that way, if there was sag, you really wouldn't notice it that much. Whereas the Titan, because it does sag in the front, this whole thing is just like a big, massive, pot-belly stomach, right? Pot-belly stomach. But the SMB, see how it curves up, right? To compensate for any kind of sag if there was. But look at the silhouette design of the SMB. See how it flows with the truck. It's not, an eyesore. It's not obstructive to the silhouette of the truck. It blends in, right? So now the tank is filled. I'm back at the house from the shop. I managed to fit about 51 gallons. So not exactly 52. I got about 51 gallons. So, but that's okay. I'm totally okay with that. But you can see here, there's no sag. Look at that. See the silhouette? No sag. It's just nice and smooth. It's great. And not only that, look at that. Look at this. Look how much space there is between the fuel filter and the tank. Like SMB did a good job. So I'm actually going to see these bolts back here. I want to unbolt this and move it back to its original position. Not only that, the SMB tank, the fuel tank, does not make contact with the DEF tank. See that right there? There's actually about a half-inch gap between this little bulge right here, the DEF tank, and the fuel tank. Whereas the Titan tank, I don't think I added an image, but the Titan tank, the DEF tank and the Titan tank, they touched. And no matter how much I tried to Get them not to touch, they would just touch. So I really hated that. But on the SMB, you can see here, it doesn't touch, and that's great. So let's do some comparison shots, right? This is before with the Titan tank. See how hideous that is? Look at that pot-belly stomach. Look at that. In order that it had like a 6-inch plus drop from the frame down to like right here. See that bulge? It bulges. Like it just, and the tank drags, it sags forward, right? So it's not linear with the truck. It makes its way down, right? It's just hideous. Now look at the SMB. Look at this. This is filled. It's 51 gallons. It's supposed to be 52, but I was able to get 51. Look at that. It's seamless. It flows with the truck. Huge difference. Huge. So I can tell you that I am much happier with the SMB. I'm, Titan, y'all need to take some lessons learned from SMB, like you did with the OEM style mounting for the send-in units, because you had that weird design, bolt design that you still do with your long beds, I think. But Titan, your 52-gallon tank is a disappointment. It works. Don't get me wrong, it works. But sorry, it's just not that great. So, was it SMB? I mean, look at that. It matches the truck. It flows with the silhouette, with the lines of the truck. It's not this. See that? It's not that. So, anyways, that's it for this video. Just wanted to share that with you. My Titan adventures over to SMB. Well, catch you in the next video.